You need a safety thought. You need to have a thought or an affirmation or a vision that you focus on so much that it gets so big and has so much power and it affects you so emotionally. You don't just flip from thought to thought because they don't gain power. You need to have a safety thought that you can, if a bad thought comes up, what you want to do is you want to put out that pilot light before it becomes a forest fire and destroys you. You don't want to let it grow. You can't get rid of a bad thought, you can only substitute it. So when a bad or unhappy thought comes, if you try and get rid of it, you'll just give it power. You can't hold a bad thought and a good thought at the same time. You need to choose consciously a different thought, a happier thought. So you need to have a thought or a vision that you keep focusing on that has so much power that every time a thought comes up, right away you go to that safety thought and that other thought diminishes and evaporates and probably won't ever come up again. Now, every time you have a thought, it's a new thought. If your mind is telling you that you're a loser, every time it says that, it's a new thought. It's not the same thought. Everything changes every second. We think it's the same thought, but it's not. Everything changes every second in this whole world. Your body, your thoughts, your consciousness, your DNA, everything changes. So be aware of this. Be aware of this. Now, most people, because they are identified with their ego, which is the ego's controlling, is judgmental, is fearful. What you need to realize is that the ego wants for itself. It's a wanting machine. What it doesn't want is this present moment, because it doesn't believe it has anything to offer, but are also aware of it doesn't exist in the present moment. It can exist because it's just a thought. The ego puts you in the future or in the past because that's the only way it can stay alive. So what you need to do is remember this. The Buddha was one of the happiest beings who ever lived, in my opinion. And he didn't want anything. He had a robe and a begging bowl. He said, the past and the future are not where happiness are found. Yet everybody's living there. That is not the secret to happiness. The past and the future do not know the secret that the present moment has to offer you. The present moment was my saving grace. Now, the Buddha, there's many religions out there, and they're all good, but nobody knows the path to happiness the way the Buddha does. If you want to break suffering, your suffering, you must develop mindfulness. This is a key. This is one of the strongest and most powerful and most important things you can do with your life. Discover the art of mindfulness. What it means is you fill your mind with what is happening right now, and rather than allowing your ego to fill your mind with what's going to happen or what's been. Mindfulness is being aware of the present moment. See, unhappiness cannot exist in the present moment. If you have a disease, that disease will not exist. It'll disappear if you're concentrated on your surroundings. When you look at a tree, are you aware of how tall it is, how many branches it has? Does it cast a shadow? How many roots are there? Look at the grass surrounding the tree. Are you aware of the squirrels? Are you aware of the birds? Can you hear the sounds? Mindfulness is being here in the now. It's being aware of the colors, the sounds, the shapes, and it's more importantly, rooting yourself in your body. Feeling your feet touch the ground as much as you can. When you feel your feet touch the ground, you pull yourself out of your mind. When you walk, are you aware of your arms moving? Are you aware of the watch touching your wrist? Are you aware of if you're wearing glasses, can you feel your glasses on your head? When you drink tea, are you aware of when the teacup's coming up? Are you aware of how hot it is? Are you aware of the taste, of what it tastes like when you drink it? Mindfulness is being aware of what is happening right now. This is the most powerful and permanent way to live, to be happy, is to live in the present moment. Because that's where God lives. That's where the universe is existing, right here and now. God is not thinking about the past or the future. He's in the present moment. You step into the realm of the gods when you live in the present moment. You will, now, living in the present moment is not something you do right away. It takes practice. But here's something that will help you greatly. Instead of using your energy to worry or to fear or to think about the past and the present, you say to yourself, all my energies go into the present moment. They stay in the present moment. When you wake up in the morning, I'm going to be present all day long. Before you go get in your car, I'm going to be present as I go to the car. I'm going to be aware of what's happening. You set forth the intention to be present. I'm going to focus on the trees and the colors today. I'm going to listen to what people are saying rather than think about what I'm going to say to them. You compliment people by giving them your full attention, not by thinking about what you're going to say next, which is how people operate. That's the greatest compliment you can give somebody. So be aware that mindfulness, there's many books written on mindfulness. Thich Nhat Hanh is a very powerful being, very wise man, very enlightened. I've spoken to his spirit many times. Look up his books. Ajahn, A-J-A-H-N Brahm, B-R-A-H-M, another powerful master. Read his books, The Art of Disappearing, Who Were This Truckload of Dung. Another powerful master, the Dalai Lama. He's an enlightened being. I was told he was Avalokiteshvara in one of his past lives. That was the Buddha's right-hand man. And one of his vows was to free all beings from suffering. And here he is in this life as the Dalai Lama, fulfilling that prophecy. So, some of the happiest people in the world are monks because they live in the present moment. The Buddha teaches loving kindness meditation. What that means is every day you take about 20 minutes and you think of all the beings who are suffering, or you think of your enemies and you offer them words of praise. May you be happy. May you be peaceful. May you be successful. You send blessings to these beings. This alters your reality and your perception and your future. Stop thinking about yourself and concentrate on those who need help. Today, people are going to die because they don't have food. Aren't you happy you're not one of them? People are going to leave this earth because of diseases. Aren't you happy you're not one of them? People are going to go broke. People are going to lose their houses. Car crashes. Aren't you happy you're not one of them? Be aware that you're in a pretty good place. There's a lot of people out there who want what you have, and a lot of people out there who have what you want. Make peace with what you have. You get what you want by being present and happy with what you have. Happiness is not about getting what you want, it's about loving what you have. Now, a lot of people want money. And a lot of people play the lottery. I like the lottery. Now here's just a couple of tips. A lot of people say, I'll be happy when I win that $1 million, or that 10 million. But what happens is, if you don't feel happy now, you'll never win the lottery. You'll never get what you want. You must feel happy now in order to get what you want. See, a bad feeling and a good feeling are opposite poles. The universe cannot bring the lottery to somebody who feels bad, who needs it, who feels needy, or worries that they're stuck. No. So you want to generate feelings of happiness. If you want to win the lottery, keep imagining in your mind that it's already happening. You've already won it. You're already driving the Mercedes. You're already in Tahiti. You're already in Fiji. You're already in wherever you want to go. You're living in your $2 million home. You have your own business, whatever, you're doing your passion. Nothing wrong with winning the lottery. But remember, it's not the ultimate source of happiness. People say money doesn't buy happiness. That's because they're not spending it on other people. Send a couple $1 million to the starving people. You'll make them very happy and you'll be just as happy. If you use money to help other people, give it to the people on the street corner asking for money. Buy the homeless man a sandwich and a coffee. You'll be happy. Money can bring you happiness if you use it properly. Money is a good thing. It's a reflection of love. But it's energy, and you are an energy being. And you get to mold and choose whatever experience you want. Don't let money limit you because you're in charge of how much of it you get. Every time you feel good, you're open and you're attracting money. Now, your thoughts cost nothing. They're free. But they can bring you a lot of money if you choose prosperous thoughts. You'll never get rich thinking poor thoughts. And if you want to get rich, find out what poor people think and choose not to think it. Simple as that. You must choose thoughts of prosperity so you develop a prosperity consciousness and attract it into your mind, into your life. Whatever you believe, you will receive. Whatever you imagine as real right now will generate feelings which will create that experience. So, going back to the present moment is power. When you feel like you're drowning in life, the present moment is swimming lessons. The present moment is like a soft, gentle alarm clock waking you up out of the dream of life. Most people are in the dream, they're not awake. The Buddha was once asked, "Who are you?" And he said, "I am awake. That's who I am." When you're present, you become awake. You realize that there's music being played right here and now. You're not hearing it if you're in the past or the future. The present moment is a sacred place. We're meant to live here in the now. But this takes practice. You must have a strong desire to be present. Channel your desire not for material acquisitions, but to be present. Ask your higher self, ask your angels, ask the universe, ask the earth. Every moment, angels, help me to be fully present. Spirit, help me to stay in the moment. Help me to see beauty in people. So ask for help from the divine. We forget the divine so much. Now, I call my spirit White Lion. I'm able to channel him. Well, I'm channeling him right now, actually. But he's able to come through and talk to people and tell them about their belief systems and help change the world. So, another way that you can be happy is exercise, right? I'm not going to give you all the benefits. You can look it up on the internet. But exercise makes you breathe deep, which makes you feel good. So exercise is a powerful modality too. Now, nature is a great teacher. The problem is not many people show up for its class. You go to walk into any mall and it's busy. It's busy with people who are focused on getting. And getting doesn't get you what you want. You go out into nature by a river or a pond or a lake, watch how many people around there. Not very many. Why? Because the Mother Nature, the earth, is what our body is. Our bodies are one with the earth. When you say, "I breathe easy," the whole rainforest breathes easy. Your body is part of the earth. You are the earth. So the more time we spend out in nature, the more we learn from it. The trees are able to install wisdom and knowledge in you, but you must settle the mind. You must listen with your heart. You must not project thoughts on it. See, our minds are projection machines. We see a lake and we think the thought lake rather than focus on the lake. So we don't benefit from the frequency of the lake. We see a tree and we think the thought tree rather than focus on the tree itself and benefit from its wisdom. We need to concentrate on objects rather than think about objects. This is a skill you develop. This is going back to mindfulness. But the earth is happy. The grass is happy. The birds are happy. The squirrels are happy. The trees are happy. There's a song being played through Gaia, which is the earth. When you focus on the earth, you start to hear her song. You start to feel happy. When you take your attention off the earth and go back to your worry, you forget that song and you lose that feeling. So focus on the earth. Spend time in nature. The frequency is very high. When I had my Kundalini awakening, I wasn't able to sleep because of this waterfall shooting through me. Only way I could sleep was by lying on a patch of green grass every day. 20 minutes I was able to sleep, and that was all I needed. I didn't need much sleep. So, touch the earth. Walk barefoot on the grass. Sit by a meadow and listen to the water flowing through. Tune into nature. We are creatures of nature. And the more in tune we are with nature, the more in tune we are with ourselves. So let nature be a good friend of yours. Every day, create the habit of going someplace peaceful. Stay away from the noisy places. Now, another tool that make you happy is simply this. Silence, meditation will bring great happiness to you. This is how it all began for me after the Kundalini awoken. I started meditating more. Now, there's a lot of things you can meditate on. You could take a candle flame and meditate on it. Now, it's not easy at first, but it's the greatest acquisition and skill you can develop. Meditation falls into place with mindfulness. Now, there's many things you can meditate on. Buddhism teaches you to focus on your breath, the rise and fall of your breathing. Look up Buddhism. There's many techniques out there. What helped me many times is, if you look around you, there's empty space all around you. This is an invisible rainbow of light. If you start putting your awareness on the silent, peaceful space around you, you will become very quiet and serene, and you'll start hearing your own song. Focus on the empty space. When you're walking down